Good afternoon, Javita. No, we gotta do that a little better. Good afternoon, Javita. Much better, much better. First and foremost, I just want to give it back to Mr. Tom Bowman. As he told you a little bit about the story, he kept calling me and saying, guy, you gotta really take a look at this, and it wasn't the right time. So the first thing I want to really tell you is that, the person who introduced you to Javita, take time out today and just say thank you to them for giving you an opportunity to change your life and change other people's lives. So I just want to give it back to Mr. Tom Bowman. Guys, I'm really excited to be here today. It's an honor and privilege to sit here and just learn with all of you and just really understand what we have here as a company. And I usually like to start out with a story. Anybody like stories? All right, good. I'm going to tell you a story. And the story goes like this. There was a young lady that was going through trials and tribulations in life. Anybody ever go through trials and tribulations? So she went to her grandma and said, "Grandma, things are not going well for me. My health isn't where I want it to be. Financially, things aren't going great. I'm really tired of life. I'm tired of getting beat up." And Grandma said, "Come with me." And she took her to the kitchen, and she took out a potato, she took out an egg, and she took out some coffee beans. And she basically put 3 pots on the stove, and she decided to warm up the hot water. And in the first pot, she put what? The potato. In the second pot, she ended up putting in the egg. And in the last pot, she put in some coffee beans. Now, a little later, a couple minutes later, the young lady's like, "What are you doing, Grandma?" She said, "Be patient." So about 25 minutes later, she turned off the fire, took out the potato, took out the egg, and took out the coffee beans. Now, when she took out the potato, the hard potato had now become soft. The hard-boiled egg that actually now became hardened, she broke, and the young lady saw that this was now hard. And when she took out the coffee bean, she took a ladle, poured it in a cup, and gave it to her. And the young lady said, "This smells good," drank it. And she said, "Grandma, I don't understand why you did this." And Grandma said, "Listen, you have to understand, this is similar to your life. This is similar to everybody's life. See, everybody's gonna go through some things. Yes or no?"
Yes.
Nobody here has a perfect life. If you have a perfect life, please stand up. So we're all going to go through trials and tribulations. She said, so basically, the water represents the things that happen to us. She said some people are going to be like the potato that becomes soft and mushy and weak because life beats them up so bad that they become discouraged and weak. Some people are going to become like the hard-boiled egg. Because of life, they're going to become hardened, and their hearts may be hardened. But yet some people are going to be like those coffee beans, where they take whatever happens and they change it. See, the coffee beans were the only item that changed the water. And it took the water and took the hot boiling water and made something good out of it, which was coffee, which she was able to enjoy. So that basically represents most of us here. We're all gonna go through things, and I'll just share my story real quick. I grew up in New York City, and I remember growing up, parents of immigrants, my parents said, "Son, go to school, get an education. That's the key to life." And that's what I did. My sister went to medical school. I became a business person. And after a couple of years, things weren't going well. So I went back to my parents. "Mom, Dad, things aren't working out. What's going on?" They said, "Well, I don't know what's going on." You know why? Because that's what we were told. Go to school, get an education. So I did research and I found out that business ownership was really where I needed to be. And I opened up a business, things didn't go well, so I did a couple network marketing companies, but I never was able to get it going. See, the company previously that I was in was doing okay, but people weren't winning. We didn't have something that I have now. And I want you to understand that when I called Tom Bowman and I said, Tom, tell me about this Javita thing. He had lost weight, he was making money, and he was helping people. And when I met Stan and Bob and Raul and the staff, I said, I'm in. See, my story is one that is like many of you. I drank the products, I lost weight. My mom drank the products, she's disabled. She now is able to walk better. My dad's a diabetic, no more insulin. My grandmother's has dementia, the energy in mind. So I didn't care if I made $1, it helped change my family's life. So that was exciting to me, but then I was able to help others. See, in the previous company, I never, ever changed somebody's life. I helped them save 2 cents on a bill. But can we agree, saving 2 cents probably isn't life-changing? See, guys, I want to just share a couple of tips with you, if I may. Number one is work ethic. See, guys, whatever you're going to do in life, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. And you got to make a decision that I'm going to put in the work, because if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get the results. Guess what? The harder you work, the luckier you get. It's just a fact. Now, I want to highlight two people that I think have really done a great job. Mr. Matt Mollier, Anna Jakobsen. These two people are some of the hardest working people that I've ever seen. They put in the work. And because Matt said to me, Guy, I'm willing to put in the work, I got in my car and I drove 11 hours and I stayed in Ohio for almost 2 months building with Anna and Matt because they put in the work ethic. They made a decision. The next thing I want to share with you is that you have to believe. You have to believe. Do the products work? Yes. Do people need to get healthy? Yes. Do people need additional income? Yes. See, if you believe in the products and you believe you have an opportunity, you're going to be able to take on the world. See, when I talk about belief, Miss Chantel Spencer, Mr. Aaron, Haley, these people believe. You know why? Sophia Rosati. These people, you're going to hear from some of them. The products have helped them so much and transformed their lives. They believe now. And when they talk to people, they're not trying to get a new member. They're not trying to get a new customer. As Andrea Gebhardt talked about, they're leading with changing lives. So if you believe in what you have, you're going to be able to move mountains and help people. Because at the end of the day, it's about helping people. And you got to have confidence. You got to know what you have, no one else is going to be able to do for them. Meaning, help them get healthier, give them an opportunity to help other people, give them an opportunity to bring in a true residual. You're helping people change their lives. And you got to be confident. And I don't think there's anybody in this room that has more confidence than Mr. Eddie Gordon, right? Mr. Eddie Gordon, I think, pretty confident. He has what we call swag, okay? So you gotta have confidence. And guys, if you understand how these three things work with each other, there's no way on earth you're not gonna be able to get to what you wanna get to where you wanna get to, and be able to help and change other people's lives. Because at the end of the day, you gotta first believe in yourself. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, guess what? You're right. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, guess what? You're right. See, guys, I made a decision, I made a commitment that I was going to do the best I could, and that's all I could ever ask myself to do. And if you sit here today over the next 24 to 48 hours, and you take in what you're learning, and you take in the stories, and you decide to make a decision today, you put in the work, you believe, you have confidence, there's no way on earth you're not going to be able to survive and not only get to where you want to get to, but to be able to prove all the naysayers wrong. How many people have some naysayers that they want to prove wrong? Guys, as I wrap up, I'm just going to leave you with one final thought. Are you the potato?
No.
Are you a potato?
No.
Are you the egg?
No.
Or are you the Javita coffee bean? Turn to your partner and say, I'm a Javita coffee bean. Turn to your other partner and say, I'm a Javita coffee bean. Guys, I just want to thank Mr. Stan Sherrelstein, Mr. Bob Ulrich, staff, Tom Bowman, Andrea. I love you all and have a great day.